It's time. The people have spoken. Go from the top, the side, or right like. Could be another call, another handyman call. Handyman.
Handyman, I had a Gorilla Glue incident.
Gorilla Glue?
Yeah, I got Gorilla Glue down the drain of the main floor bathroom vanity.
Oh.
Now, it's fully stopped up, but I want you to come over and replace this thing. Get all that glue out of there. Yeah, whole new vanity. I already got it picked out. All you gotta do is go pick it up. I just emailed you the confirmation. Ready for curbside pickup. Go get it, handyman. Go get it.
I can do that for you. I'll be right there. Today's video is going to be a good one. You do not want to miss it. First, I have to tell you about today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Policy Genius. Last week over on the Handyman Business YouTube channel, we got to discussing how we can invest to take care of our families. I had mentioned my 529 plans, as well as starting a trust fund for each of my 5 children. And some people started saying, what type of life insurance do you have? Where do you find life insurance? Policy Genius is the #1 online marketplace to find insurance policies. Life insurance is what I'm focusing on today. So life insurance is much more affordable than I thought. You could save $1,300 or more per year by using Policy Genius to compare life insurance policies. Select $50,000, $8 million, $10 million. Anything for my kids, right? But let's do it more realistic. Let's say you want $500,000 for your kids, 10 years, $24 a month. You can compare quotes all in the same place and find the best option for you. With Policy Genius, you can easily apply online in just a few minutes. You can save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing your quotes with Policy Genius. Visit policygenius.com/handyman to shop the market and start saving today. Now, to pay for this life insurance, I got to go to work and figure out what happened with the Gorilla Glue. The Gorilla Glue incident, we'll call it. Hey, we are on location at the Gorilla Glue sink. This is an older, cheap vanity Formica top, steel sink, and somehow someone had a Gorilla Glue accident and it went down the drain. And it is 100% clogged. We're tearing the entire vanity out and putting an entire new vanity, new sink, new faucet, new drain, new supply lines, new water shutoffs. All in. Some things that I have to explain to the customer when they are shopping and selecting a vanity is that this floor does not go underneath this. So their new vanity, it's much shallower. You can see this one comes all the way out and starts wrapping around the door trim. Their new one is probably going to be somewhere around here. So they're going to have the old flooring exposed in front of it. So as you can see, there's some remnants of glue down here. They bailed it out. I guess it was up to about here. I think I've posted it on my Instagram story, which is probably expired by the time you watch this. Since this is a newer house, everything underneath the sink is pretty straightforward. We'll be replacing these shutoffs. These are not quarter turn ball valves. They are known to wear out. They've got a little rubber gasket in the back, and I'll show you more about what that means when we take it apart. Hopefully the glue is right here and not in the wall. So you can see here I pulled off this trim to verify, even though I did highly suspect that, yeah, you can see the vinyl flooring in underneath this. Here, got a plastic bowl, some old nasty rags ready to go. Somewhere we'll run into that clog. This P-trap is not clogged. It's got some just regular buildup in there, but I can see daylight through there. Pop all this off. Actually, this is okay. Look at that. So it is in here. All this water is coming out. So out the sides instead of out the drain tube. Oh yeah. All the glue buildup in there. Yeah, that's the clog right there. This vanity top is held on to this base with some screws. There's one screw right there, and there's another screw there going through that corner plastic brace. Two more screws going diagonal alley up into the top there. You can see most of the caulking has already cracked and come free, but pop this sucker out. It's really not worth much. Okay, now that the top's off, we can see down in here. Time to shut the water off to the entire house and then drain the pressure out of the water lines. This is the pipe cutter tool. Got a little cutter there, little wheel, little knob to cinch this down. You clamp this down onto the pipe, make a few turns, turn the knob a little bit, make a few more turns, turn the knob a little bit, make a few more turns. So we got one screw there and one screw right there that is screwing this to the wall. So as far as I can tell, the only thing left holding this in is there's some brown caulking between the floor and the side of the vanity here. So this is the toe kick of a cabinet. Just like a kitchen cabinet, you put this toe kick on after everything's installed. And you can see the last screw right there going into the floor. Not yet. Got to take the filler strip off. Okay, this is the filler strip. Without any issues. What do we got? Oh, what do we got? Oh, interesting. This is subfloor. I don't usually see that. So this is the original vinyl floor. These are the shims they use to get it up. Got the new vanity here. Completely open back. You don't have to drill any holes. This gets easier and easier when you start using these DIY type cabinets. So I've got to notch out the back side of the bottom there. And we got 11 inches off of this wall to the center of the pipe. Perfect. Okay, will it fit the first try? Of course it will. Perfect. I'm going to take this one apart real quick to show you the innards. Now, this one actually isn't in too bad a shape. The part that always fails is this piece of rubber here. You can see how it's turning my hands black. Older ones will start to chip off. They won't seat anymore against the inside of this. This is your quarter turn ball valve. Open. Closed. That little white stuff in there is lubrication. These last a lot longer. And they're easier to turn off. It's only a quarter turn. Already got the first one on. I'm going to show you how I put the second one on. Let's take this apart here. You've got compression nut, this brass compression ring that when that nut gets threaded on there like that, it squeezes it and compresses it around the copper pipe. They always come with these in case you're using hard lines, which hardly anyone ever does, so you always just toss these. Push it all the way in, slide it all together, and you got to use wrenches to snug this down. Good and tight. I may have to go down in the basement, see if I can shore this up a little bit, because I don't like it flopping around like that. Just putting this in the hole. This screws down on top of it all the way, and then this pushes up this rubber gasket and it seals from the bottom. not from here. There's no gasket going here. You want your little stopper pointing to the rear. Now you just tighten this nut down. So this goes in. We're going to leave this just loosened right now. I got a feeling I'm going to have to use my extension. Hook this one up. Kind of had a feeling, since this is a little bit taller than the last one, or what the standard heights were when they were plumbing these houses. I got a little extension tube I'm going to put on here. That's how it's going to go, right like that. This screws onto this screws onto this, and we cut right about there. Last part of this is to hook this thing up. Hooks up to this rod back here, goes in, and it has a zigzag offset so that it zigs and zags into the center hole. This piece here goes up and around that rod. This is a set screw to adjust the height. Get in your hole, there we go. Little spring clip here. Alright, where is... That's the down spot. Up, down, up. Check for leaks. Just let it run first. If you've got a leak, you don't want a whole bunch of water in here. That's our second test. Okay, second test is you put the stopper in, let it fill up with water, push the stopper down so a lot of water pressure goes through there. That's where you'll find your leak. This particular sink doesn't have any overflow holes, so don't go filling this up and walking away, because there's no overflow holes to go down to the drain. And let's go down and check. Alright, we got one. We're good to go. Last thing to do is kind of tidy this up here. They're gonna worry about caulking and painting this bathroom. They've got all sorts of little things to address in here. I put a bunch of glue in each corner. You can see up in that corner there, it's squeezed out. That one there. There should be some up here that you can see. Doesn't take much. There's no need to go crazy with it. Not bad. Pretty affordable. When the bathroom's finished, it'll look a lot better. because I will be taking this entire vanity back out when it comes time to remodel this bathroom. But at least they have a functioning faucet down here. They can go to the bathroom and wash their hands. Thought we'd do some bonus material. Haven't done that in a while. I'm back at the workshop. It's a Saturday night. It's what I do on Saturday nights. I hang out in my workshop and talk to myself. I got pretty lucky on this vanity. I only had to notch out a little bit on that bottom board to clear that one water pipe. Many times I have to rebuild half the back of the vanity. A lot of them come with drawers, and a lot of them have plumbing that come right up through the middle. And I've had to custom cut out a U-shape and rebuild it all back together with glues and finish nails to get it to work around the plumbing. Some have shelves that go in that interfere with plumbing, and you got to cut through those. I don't have my tool trailer. It's on jack stands. I got a new axle and new springs right outside the door. The frame is bent. I need to straighten that. The weather is not cooperating for that type of work. I busted out my old toolbox, tool thing, whatever this is, this Husky tool carrier. I've had this for a very long time and put it back into use just to get me through some of these winter months where I can't have my tool trailer. So I'm going to go through the tools that I brought and the tools that I actually used. The light to see underneath, DeWalt. An impact screw gun, a drill, drill bits, caulk gun, utility knife, teeny tiny tape measure, Knipex. Yes, challenge me, I dare ya. Knipex. The last guy that challenged me telling me the K was silence, he went away with his tail between his legs. There's a video out there with the Germans actually telling you that it's a Knipex. Knipex. Kind of went overboard on the Knipex. I got a little monkey wrench, flat bar, Harbor Freight. Didn't end up using this. Battery charger. You hardly ever need to use it because the DeWalt batteries are just that good. Flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver. 3-inch hole saw. You never know. You always give yourself a little extra room. Of course, this one had a full open back, so I did not need to even use this for what I brought it for. Oh, there's another monkey wrench in here. Plumbers hate when you call them monkey wrenches. It's hilarious. Pipe cutter. This one happens to be a Husky brand. I've got a few more expensive ones, but this one works perfect. This tool here is what I use to cut all the drain pipes, all the P-trap pipes. It's also used to cut PEX. It's also used to cut all my irrigation. When you're cutting the drain pipes, you put it in there. Don't put your fingers in there. It'll cut it right off. Put it in there. Squeeze down on it. Give it some tension. It's not going to clamp. It's not going to cut right through it like it would PEX or an underground irrigation pipe. What you got to do is put a little bit of pressure on there and then take that pipe and turn it. And it'll slice right through it. Piece of cake, cuts right through it. Now there is a tool that I should have brought but didn't bring because I forgot. I didn't end up needing to use it. And it is just an oscillating multi-tool. I use this a lot when I have to notch out for plumbing. Very handy tool. I'll leave a link in the description of where I get these blades, under $1 each. This one here's been on there for a bit. You can see I've heated it up pretty good. Changed colors. Teeth are still decent. You know, these are not carbide blades, but they only cost like 90 cents each, so can't expect too much. Check the links in the description. Click see more. It'll all be right there. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Goodbye.